Change is coming to the Colorado River Basin. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's happening whether we like it or not. It is the lifeblood of this region, and it holds the keys to our future. Whether that looks like a desiccated wasteland or a water conservation mecca is really up to us. And that's why I started this account, so people could take ownership over their water future. So hi, my name's Teal, and I'm from a little mountain town in Colorado called Durango. Durango is a river town through and through. We have our own little river that runs right through the heart of town, known as the Animus, and it is a tributary to the Colorado.
Teal Lehto, known as Western Water Girl, is celebrated as a member of this year's Hydro20 for her trailblazing use of social media to educate about 70,000 TikTok followers on water sustainability, disrupting traditional communication norms in the Colorado River Basin. Teal addresses the challenge of a knowledge gap about water in the West, where information can seem inaccessible, motivating her to bridge that divide for the public.
But I do realize that there's a knowledge gap between the people who are making decisions in the water world and the people who are going to be living with the effects of those decisions. And in some senses, I feel like the people making those decisions are almost incentivized to keep that information amongst themselves so that they're not questioned.
Teal turned rejection into action, launching her TikTok account to simplify water issues and empower people to influence their water future across the West.
My professor, who was my faculty advisor for that club, had been a representative for the Southwest Basin Roundtable, which is basically our little roundtable for contributing to the Colorado Water Plan. So she kind of shoulder tapped me and was like, hey, I'm leaving, gave me the heads up so that I could apply for the position. I did an interview with my county commissioners, and my county commissioners, whom I'm friends with now, at the time were pretty condescending. They were like, oh, sweetie, you're so passionate. There has to be another way for you to be involved. And the day I got the rejection letter was the day that I started my TikTok account, because I was like, if you guys aren't going to listen to me, then I'm going to make my own space to talk about this.
Teal's content as Western Water Girl has received millions of views, breaking down complex issues like the Colorado River crisis and empowering people with actionable information.
I think there's power in being able to break down those concepts to the public so that they can understand and take some sense of empowerment and control over their water security and their water future.
Teal believes that social media's value is still being discounted, but that it is a powerful way to reach young audiences and inspire civic engagement.
Older generations are doing themselves a disservice by writing off TikTok and social media as a viable place to communicate information, because the reality is that's where most young Americans are getting their news information. And also, legacy media is dying.
One of her favorite videos raised awareness about a Navajo Nation hospital lacking water.
I made a video 2 years ago that was about a hospital on the Navajo Nation that cost them a ton of money to build, and then they couldn't open because they didn't have running water. And since then, it has been opened. And I don't think that my video played any role in that happening, but it felt really good to be a part of raising awareness for an issue and then seeing that issue actually be solved.
Teal encourages everyone to use the tools they all carry to create content to shape a sustainable water future.
Everybody has this same microphone in their pocket every single day. And a lot of times people will message me being like, you should talk about blah, blah, blah. And if you're ever thinking about saying that to a creator online, pull out your phone and make a selfie video about whatever issue it is you want them to talk about, because that's how you build a platform.
Teal Lehto is honored as a member of the Hydro20.